Da-da-da-da-da. Yes, Casanovians. Just bear with. I'm still trying to get the angle on this right. I think that backdrop is pretty swanky. I've upgraded the apartment in Stockholm, so now we've got a nicer, picturesque panoramic. But I wanted to use this live stream to talk to you boys about a foundational mind-blowing secret about attracting women. So just for a little bit of context, I met up with some of the guys today who are in my private network, the Entourage. Inside of the Entourage, we've got super high level guys. So 6 and 7 figure entrepreneurs, business owners, digital nomads, investors, just high level guys who have all been brought into my network because they want to master the decentralized skill set of the Awake 1%, which is Cold Approach, which is the vehicle that allows us to deliver our value to the world. Yeah, a lot of the guys who I work with, they are materialistically wealthy. They've built all of these materialistic trophies, or I should say they've acquired all of these materialistic trophies, but they haven't yet unlocked the permission to be able to deliver their value to the world through the means of authentic face-to-face communication. So I was sat around a table today, and sometimes I kind of have to pinch myself because I'm like, it's so crazy to me that I'm actually around these tables. Yeah, you've probably heard you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. It's not what you know, it's who you know, right? By me creating this movement on YouTube, by becoming the best in the world at what I do, having the best client results in the industry, by blazing this trail of freedom from bullshit practitioners, I'm now able to attract high level individuals into my life, people that I never would have met otherwise. I'm now able to get access to rooms and sit around tables and have discussions with individuals who are so far ahead of me financially, materialistically, that I'm just like a sponge, right? I get to soak it all up. It's this value transference where I'm providing obscene amounts of value in the realm of social dynamics, but then it's life game, right? Like all the guys in my network, we've all got our strengths, we've all got things that we want to improve, and it's like we're all able to learn from each other. Yeah, if I didn't get like the conversation that I had today, which I'm going to do my best to distill into you boys who are watching, it truly blew my mind. It really reminded me some core foundational secrets about attracting what we want into our lives. And yeah, let's just dive into it. So I was having a conversation with one of our newest members of the Entourage. This was a guy who saw one of my videos about 3 days ago, watched about 10 seconds, was instantly hooked, instantly could see the value that I was providing, could instantly see the trajectory that I was moving on, booked in a call with me the next day, and then booked a flight to Stockholm, and now he's out here with me and the rest of the guys in the Entourage. But what he said to me was, the universe actually wants you to get the things that you want. Right? The universe actually wants you to get the things that you want. In fact, it knows what you want before you're even aware of it, but it's actively pushing you towards the things that you want. And all it needs from you is to be clear about what it is that you want, right? So how this relates to cold approach, to women, to relationships, we need to be super specific about what we're looking to attract into our lives. And this can be so difficult in this modern world of internet culture where we're getting bombarded left, right, center from all of these people, these caricatures online who are brainwashing us into wanting to want what other people want to want. So we've got there's this kaleidoscope of possibilities in our mind. You've got these hyper masculine red pill alpha guys who are like, oh, get through lots of women, become a high value man, get jacked, get rich, get ripped, then beautiful women are magically going to be throwing themselves at you. High value man, you need to have multiple relationships with multiple women. You need to have multiple families. And I'm like, none of this is right or wrong. It's only right or wrong for me, for you. Yeah. So the point of this, and this is so crucial as you embark on your odyssey of personal renaissance, of masculine excellence, of becoming the most transcendently fuckable version of you, is what do you want? Yeah, like who is your ideal woman? Like what does she look like? What are her values? What does she believe in? What does she not believe in? What sort of mother is she going to be to your children? What does she look like? What was her upbringing? Where does she live in the world? Like how tall is she? What color hair? What perfume does she wear? What color are her eyes? What's her family history? Like it's getting so specific about who we're looking to attract, because I know in my experience of coaching so many high achievers from all across the world, the vast majority of guys who I work with, these high level guys, the vast majority, they are all looking for that one wife-worthy woman who they can do life with, right? When I sit down with them, beyond the bullshit, when it's just me and them, one-to-one, and I'm like, okay, tell me what it is that you actually want. Typically, the answer is, I just want to find that woman who does it for me. Like, I just want to find that wife-worthy woman who I can do life with, like having a best friend who we can go on adventures together. My friend Joseph said to me, you only need one, all right? You only need one woman who thinks you are amazingly awesome. One woman who you really fuck with. One woman who's like the gob-smackingly gorgeous girl of your dreams. You only need one. Yeah, and I think just having this realization will hopefully set a lot of you gentlemen free, because rather than chasing after paradigms where you've been brainwashed by the brain dead into wanting to want what other people have told you you should want to want, it's what do I actually want? Yeah, there's people in this world who are making hundreds of millions of dollars. There's people on this earth who are attempting to become billionaires or trillionaires. But just because somebody else wants one thing doesn't mean that you have to want it. And it doesn't make you any less of an individual if you don't want what somebody else wants. Yeah, we're all operating on our own timeline. But I think just this realization is so crucial. Like, write this stuff down, pen and paper, because what I got reminded of today, or really what I learned for the first time today, and it was just such a enlightening conversation. This is what I mean. Like, if you're not in the right rooms, if you are not connected to the right people, then you completely miss out on these conversations. And then you could spend the next 3 decades of your life not knowing what you don't know. And anyway, getting super specific on what do you want. So write it down. Who is your ideal woman? Getting super specific on this, because what I found to be true is when I set a clear intention out there into the universe, and I say it with feeling, and I say it when I'm in this place of abundance, the universe listens, right? It's not spiritual woo-woo BS. Evidence has got the loudest voice. Like the other day, before I'd even met the person who I had this conversation with today, I sat down and I said to the universe, what I want, right? What I want is I want highly qualified people to come forward, apply to work with me, join my private network, the Entourage, and help me level up, because a rising tide lifts all the boats. Like, I'm creating this thing at the moment, the Entourage, which is my private community for high achievers. This is like my baby. This is the thing that I just want to scale it to the moon, right? And I said to the universe, I want you to deliver the people into this network who are going to help me grow. And then a couple of days later, the guy in question sees my live stream. He gets in contact with me. He signs up immediately. Now we're having these conversations in Stockholm, all because I put that intention out there into the universe. I was crystal clear on what I wanted. This is why I always say, I'm not making these videos for all of my audience. The whole point of these videos is to attract my people and repel the rest. I'm not looking to network and connect with broke college students. My network, the Entourage, is for high-level guys who are further ahead on the business journey than I am, who can help me level up. And in exchange for that, I give them over, well, almost 15 years of social expertise, right? So again, rising tide lifts all the boats. But by getting super clear on what I wanted, that allowed that to manifest into my life. And I've always done this, right? Like when I was living in my grotty apartment in central Leeds 4 years ago, when I didn't have 2 pennies to rub together, when I was a porn addict, when I had erectile dysfunction, when I looked like a turnip, I dressed like a moron, I couldn't pull a muscle, I knew who I wanted to be. Yeah, I had that clear image in my mind, not of who I was, but who I wanted to be. And that was the intention that I moved with. That was the intention that I set into the universe. I asked the universe for what I've got now. I was like, I want to have an international lifestyle. I want to become the best in the world at daytime cold approach. I want to have the best client results in the industry. I want to build this community of killers, this community of savages, this high-level gentleman's club where we've got meetups all around the world. I'm in demand. People are flying cross-continentally to work with me. And it's all happened. Everything that I wanted to happen has happened. And this is the power of intention. This is the power of language. This is the power of getting super specific on what it is that you want. And then by beelining for what you want, you push away everything that you don't want. So if you're looking for that wife-worthy woman, then you are most likely going to say no to the non-wife-worthy women, or as my client puts it, you're going to say no to the entertainment, right? So it's like burning the boats. It's cutting off all other options. It's like, I know who I am. I know what I want. Write that stuff down, pen and paper. And then what's going to start to happen is you're going to be given opportunities where your actions have to match your ambition. So there's no good saying, I want to attract a wife-worthy woman, and you go into the strip club every Friday, like fucking doing whatever with strippers, right? So actions need to match ambitions. There's no point in me saying I want to be the best in the world at daytime cold approach if I'm not going out and cold approaching, right? There's no point in me being like, oh, I want to scale my coaching business to 20K a month, which is what it's at now, if I'm just sat on my ass, twiddling my thumbs, binge watching Netflix series, stuffing my face with Doritos, right? Actions need to match ambitions. By the way, I go super deep on this in my free course. It's called My Most Fuckable Man course. I go super deep on mindset mastery in a game. We create step by step a personal renaissance document. So I talk through the technicalities in that course. So if you've not downloaded it already, definitely do that. All my courses are free. All the videos are free. I give away information and I charge for implementation. I truly believe, like, I don't believe in the one, but I do believe in the notion of soulmates. And I believe that there are women who have been put on this earth specifically for me. And part of my masculine journey is becoming the man I need to be in order to attract these women, right? So rather than chasing goals, I chase an identity. Yeah. So let's just say, okay, I want to attract a wife-worthy woman. Okay, who do I need to become in order to attract that woman? Yeah, so rather than the goal, it's the identity. Again, we go way deeper on this in the personal renaissance document, which is in the free course. But who do I need to become? What are my daily habits? What actions do I take? What actions do I not take? What toxic habits am I going to remove? How much money do I want to be making? Who do I surround myself with on a daily basis? What sort of content am I consuming? Am I consuming content, or am I a creator as opposed to a castrated consumer? Once we know what we want, not what other people have told us we should want to want, once we know what we want, we can go after it with definite ferocity. Does all this make sense? I know that for a big part of my audience, you're just looking for these magic bullets, these quick fix formulas, like 5 tricks to get any woman into bed. Oh, Kristian, what's the best open? Oh, how do I get a girl's phone? And it's like, it's so far beneath where I'm at now that I can't even connect with those type of comments. Like, what's the best open? The best open is you open your fucking eyes and you understand the playing ground that we're actually playing in here, right? All of this pickup advice, it's a decade out of date. If you're still one of those guys who's parading around London accusing women of being French, if you're still running the London day game model, oh, when I think about France, I think about you. If you still got the leather jacket and the ripped jeans and the whatever boots they used to wear, and you're attempting to do the whole thing on your own with no feedback, no accountability, and no masculine support network, you are fucked. Right? That might have worked a decade ago. It doesn't work anymore. This whole lone wolf approach, it's not sustainable, it's not healthy. And also, if you're serious about actually creating something special, having this band of brothers around you, you know, guys you can actually talk to about this stuff, this is why I've built what I've built. This is why I'm continuing to pour all of my energy into this network, the Entourage, because I understand, I can see the future. I understand where this is heading, like community. So I think the most important thing from this live stream is get clear on what you want, get clear what your specific woman is. And then when you do go out there to actually meet women, it's like that whole like yellow car thing. Like once you start being aware of yellow cars and you see them everywhere, right? Like once you put that intention out there into the universe is going to be like, okay, this is what he's asked for. We're going to push opportunities his way and let's see if he's able to act on them, right? And this is why I'm so happy I've unlocked this skill set of cold approach, which is just talking to people, right? That's all that this is. It's just learning how to talk to people, without being some antisocial, uncalibrated weirdo who's just creeping all these women out. It's like the time that I've saved myself, because all the guys who I work with, like really wealthy entrepreneur individuals, they always say the same thing, because my typical client is around like 38, 39 years old. We've got guys in the 50s in the Entourage. They always say, I wish I'd have started sooner. I wish I had invested more time into my social skills. So I'm happy that I went, like, I got the social skills down first, and now I'm learning more and more about like wealth acquisition, building brand, creating money, just being in the right rooms, right? Like being in the right rooms, saving myself a shitload of time and a shitload of hassle. It's just this beautiful echo chamber of encouragement, and getting super clear on what we want. I think that's going to be a game changer for so many of us. So yeah, I hope this live stream's been useful. I really do hope it's been useful. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Love you. Mwah.